Hello, and welcome to Biologists Against the Destruction of Earth and all the habitats and environments in it, otherwise known as BATDOEAAFTHAEIT. I'm your host, Zachary Wilfenstocks. We will be discussing deforestation and habitat destruction, specifically in this location. At 39 degrees north longitude and 86 degrees west latitude, this location on the Zionsville Rail Trail is more than just scary. It used to be a dense forest, home to trickling rivers, tweeting birds, and scurrying squirrels, is now a home to dirt land and machinery. There were plenty of resources used in this habitat before it was this, including the trees, of course, the various mushrooms and edible fungi, the water, the soil and ground, and if you'll direct your attention above, the sunlight. The mushrooms and the trees are biotic, while the sunlight, ground, and water are abiotic. Now, let me tell you something. All these resources are shared among the different inhabitants of the ecosystem. Symbiosis is also clearly evident in this ecosystem. The termites in the trees, protozoans, and bacteria found inside their gut help them to digest the different kind of wood in the tree. Now that is called mutualism. Parasitism is found on the termites that crawl around on the squirrels' backs. Symbiosis. The autotroph that lives in this ecosystem is the red-tailed hawk, devouring and eating all the mice in its path, protecting its young. An autotroph that lives in this habitat is the friendly oak tree, feeding itself and going with the flow. It provides a habitat for other animals, such as the red-tailed hawk. The predator-prey relationship that lives in this ecosystem would be that of the red-tailed hawk and the mice that it eats. A herbivore-plant relationship would be that of the insects and the soil that it penetrates in the lower-lying levels of the ground. Here is a quick energy pyramid of what goes on in this crazy habitat. The autotrophic moss, or producer, is fed to the heterotrophic mice, or primary consumer, which is fed to the carnivorous snake, secondary consumer, which is then fed to the carnivorous hawk, or tertiary consumer. After all this crazy mumbo-jumbo about what goes on in the ecosystem, I'm sure you're eager to know why we shouldn't just keep tearing down these forests and turning them into neighborhoods like this. Let me tell you. As more and more of these habitats and ecosystem are destroyed, animals and different insects and various life forms lose their habitats and they die. Also, carbon dioxide is released into the air and our natural earth is diminished. More than 70% of our plants and animals of the world lives in the woods and forests of our earth. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd be pretty hurt if my home and family was brutally murdered and destroyed by these machines and people that take down the ecosystems of our planet. As humans, this habitat destruction destroys our earth, pollutes our air, and completely obliterates our atmosphere. So for the love of the squirrels, stop destroying our ecosystem, tearing down the trees and animals, and stop this madness before it's too late. Well folks, it's been an absolutely fantastic episode of BATDOEAAFTHAEIT. I'm Zachary Wilfenstocks, telling all you folks at home to stay naturey. Good night, New York City.